I'm going to be taking you step by step through a tutorial on how to make this beautiful slime. Now, here are the ingredients. For starters, we are going to need some moisturizer. I just got this from Tesco's. It's really simple, but we don't use that much of it. So if possible, I wouldn't buy a big bottle because that would just be a waste of money. So that is the first thing that we need. Okay, the second thing that we're going to need is some glue. I've got this Elmer's glue, and if you have it, I would get some Elmer's glue. It doesn't need to be glittery. This is just a glue that I have. Any PVA glue worked, but as I said, Elmer's does increase the possibility of your slime turning out well. So next thing we need is some activator. For my activator, I've got some eye wash, but you need to make sure, it doesn't matter what brand of eye wash. I've got this Oaktrex. I don't even know if that's how you say it, but you have to make sure that the eye wash has borax in it. I'm not sure if I can find it. Yeah, boric acid. Yeah, that's what you need to find inside this thing, the eye wash, because it won't work. You can't make slime with a different type of eye wash. I've tried. You need this one with borax. Or if you have normal borax, then that works too, I guess. This is just the one that I use. So yes. And now for the last thing, you need a container to mix it and a spoon. Metal works fine because we're just gonna mix. So now onto the making. The first step to our slime making process is to put the glue in. I do have this glitter glue. It does not need to be glittery. Any glue will work. Elmer's glue preferably, and PVA glue it must be. It can't be like a friendly glue because that doesn't really work. But any brand of PVA glue will work. So that is the first thing we need. For the quantity, it depends how much you want to make. So depending on how much you want to make, then you need to put that much in, because it will come out a little bit bigger than the amount of glue you put in. But generally, if you're just looking for a small portion, I would put about, okay, for making this a small portion, I would put about, for a small portion, I would put about that amount of glue. If you can't see that, I'll bring it a little bit closer. It's kind of it's a small amount. But I'm going to make a slightly bigger portion, so I've got something slightly bigger to work with when I am demonstrating how you make it. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, it's squirting stuff everywhere. Okay, let me get the right amount of glue out for the portion that I'm going to make, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, now I am going to start adding in the eye wash, or the activator as you might call it. I've put some, well actually quite a lot, into this little cup that comes with it. If you don't have a little cup, that's fine. You can just pour it from the bottle or use a different pot from your household. So what I'm going to be doing now is I'm just going to pour a little bit in to start us off and just start mixing. You will see that immediately, at least with Elmer's glue, it has a reaction. It'll start getting tougher and tougher, and that's kind of what you want. So if it's actually getting hard to mix, then just keep going, add more activator maybe, because that is what you want. So, oh, that might have been a bit much, but never mind. So you got to keep on adding until it gets really tough and starts not sticking. So I'm gonna keep on mixing. Very liquidy. Let me just add a little bit more. I'm not going to use that one. This is basically, I have this bottle. I've actually filled it with this stuff, but it's got an easier thing to pour it with. So I'm just going to use that to put some in. Okay. So I would say that getting a small bottle that you can drip stuff in with actually does help because it's much easier to control the amount. As you can see, it's already starting to get a little bit tougher, so I'm just going to keep on adding it. I'm actually going to tip this into this bottle so that I can have a bit more control when I do it. So hold on a second. Okay, so now I'm just going to cap that back up and let us keep on adding the drops. Okay, so this seems like a very, very brief, it seems like I'm not talking to you that much, but it is this simple to make slime. All you need to do is add in your desired amount of Elmer's glue, and then, or normal PVA glue. I'm sorry, I keep on saying Elmer's glue, but it is the best thing to buy. So if you want to get slime, I would suggest buying it. And then after you add in the PVA glue, you just need the activator. It's as simple as that. Moisturizer is just a step that I like to add in afterwards because it makes it easier, not as sticky, it just makes it easier to handle altogether. So that is why I use moisturizer, but it's not like a necessary thing that you need if you're going to make this slime recipe in particular. It's already getting much tougher. You can see it's starting to not stick as much, but even if it's getting tough, you need to get it to the consistency where you can barely see any of the glue on the bottom of the tub before you can go in with your hands, unless you're getting prepared to get messy early. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep on adding because honestly it needs a lot of activator. So the more activator you add, the better your slime will get, but I wouldn't put too much at a time because then you can't control it. If you put too much, it'll get really tough and difficult to handle. So just make sure you add a little bit at a time to make sure that you don't over activate it. As you can see, it's already getting to the point where it's slightly less sticky. Still sticky, but slightly less. So I'm just going to keep on mixing it, adding activator as I go. More and more activator. Oh wow, that might have been a bit too much, but hey ho, we're seeing how it goes, right? Okay. This is getting much less sticky, which is a good sign, but I want it, before I put my hands in, what I always look for is I always try and see that there's nothing on the bottom. It's sticky, it's not how do I say this? I always look and check to see if there's still any glitter on the bottom of the box or any glue, because if there is, then it's a sign that it's still not activated enough. But if it starts picking it up off the sides, as you can see now, there, then it's getting ready for you to handle. Okay, I'm going to go in with my hands now. It's still a bit sticky, but this is where you would add in a bit of moisturizer if you have it. You honestly don't need moisturizer. That is why I said at the start. But it is a good thing to have if you're going to make some slime, because honestly, it really does help. Okay. So I'm just gonna pick that up a bit and mix it in. Oh my gosh, it is sticky, as you can see, but it's gonna be sticky if it's slime. So gotta just start mixing it, working with it. Okay, I'm gonna add a bit more activator in because as you can see, it's still sticky, but this is getting better. It's getting much, much better, as you can see. So it's starting to get more kneadable right now, which is really good. I'm already starting to stretch it enough and it's not tearing, which is also good. So let's just keep on adding activator. And yeah, I'm not going to do what I would normally do, which is where I skip this bit, because you do need to know this. I might not be saying that much, but just from you seeing how much activator I'm putting in, that will help you ultimately when you're making your slime. So yeah, this is already so much less sticky and so much better. So I can already pick up some of the glue from the bottom of the container and mix it in. That is how you make your slime. Okay? So, it seems like I haven't been talking that much, or maybe it seems like I've been talking a lot, but I'm just going to run you really quickly through the process again. glue. You've got your amount. Activator, pour it into a slightly smaller container, preferably so you've got more control when you put it in. Keep on adding in the activator until it is like this consistency where it doesn't stick anymore. And then once you've taken it out and started using it with your hands, you can add a little bit of moisturizer, which is optional, just to make it a little bit less sticky. That is how you make slime. Honestly, it is that easy. And tell me if you want me to go more in depth and try and find other recipes, but this recipe is what works best for me. I mean, look at it. 1, it's slime, it works. 2, it's kind of bouncy, which I always find funny. And 3, wait, listen to this sound, hold on. It farts. That might not be what you're looking for in a slime, but it is what I like. So if you want me to try out other slime recipes, then tell me. Okay, that is the end of this video. It's really quick and really brief, but now you know how to make this wonderful and really simple slime. Plus, it doesn't leave that much of a mess for you to clean up. So, bye and see you next time.